So here I go talking to myself again on YouTube because Facebook keeps denying me access to my own account, saying I'm being hacked by myself. I don't understand it. I can't fix it. There's nobody to talk to. And so many changes going on there. It's really just incredibly difficult to keep going on there. But I have to because you know what? I want to help as many people as possible. And that's one of the easiest mediums to reach people with, or it used to be. It seems like now it's just getting harder and harder to do that. So here I am trying my best to talk to you guys and to share with you how we're doing and how I'm feeling. And Facebook doesn't want me to do that. Oh, well, there's always a workaround, right? So here we are. So, real quick, let's get this out of the way. I am in cardiac rehab after getting my stents installed 4 weeks ago. Feeling pretty good. Did an hour and a half on the lake the other day. I'm sorry, a mile and a half on the lake the other day. I am walking again 10,000 steps each day. I'm going to try to get it in today. I'm only at 54 today. And leaving the dogs alone at this point isn't a good idea. So I may not get it in today. We'll see. But I'm feeling good. And I go to rehab in the mornings on Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday and do the exercises they want me to do, which are, to be honest with you, you're walking 10,000 steps a day, 15 minutes on a treadmill, 3 miles an hour. It's like, so I'm doing pretty well. I'm feeling pretty good. So just so you know that. But the question is, why coach? And it's kind of an interesting question. Zig Ziglar once said, you can get anything you want in life by helping other people get what they want. And that's really, really, that one has always stuck with me. Most people, when asked to coach our program, mostly clients or people we do ask people outside too, who have no idea what the program is really about, which is okay because we'll show you, we'll teach you, and maybe we'll let you experience it if you decide to do that, because it's important to experience something if you're going to train people how to do it. But many people hesitate. Joan hesitated. Joan probably waited 5 months to start coaching. But she did feel good from the start. And her coach was like, come on, coach with me. Well, Joan was working full time and she was in a stressful environment. A lot of pressure where she worked. Who doesn't have that, right? But part of the reason that we decided to coach wasn't to relieve that stress. This is the weirdest part. Joan started coaching because I left us in a financial lurch. I quit my job in 2015, maybe 2014, late 2014, and did not work again until almost 2017 or 2016 when I became a fire inspector 1 day a week, which means I wasn't making that much money. So Joan started doing the program and thought, you know what? I can make a little money, pay for the program, and still have all this extra money left over. So that's what she did. And it's kind of interesting because we got experience in not quitting from the start. And a lot of people get discouraged very quickly and quit and stop coaching because it's hard to get clients. They quit. Okay. People are people, guys. They're going to do what they're going to do. All we can do as coaches is offer the program to people, guide them on their path, help them achieve their goals, show them the benefits of the program, and just keep loving them. Even the people who have quit. And anybody out there who cares to comment on this, who has quit, has my relationship with you really changed that much? If it has, then I'm not doing my job. Because I'm not here to judge you for your life. I'm here to help you if you want to improve. So let me go back to Joan coaching. Joan started coaching 3 months before I started doing the program. And there's a joke in there too, guys, believe it or not, because here my wife is trying to build this, get these 5 people to start the program so she can make X amount of money every month. And I'm sitting on the sidelines going, I can do this myself. I can do this. I got this. 196 pounds, belly out to here. So finally in June of 17, I jumped on. I'm like, why not? And it was amazing. I mean, guys lose weight. And here's the thing. We lose weight rather rapidly. And I lost medications rather rapidly. First 3 days I was on the program, I had to get off one of my diabetes pills. Within another month, I was off another one. And then by the time I had gotten to my goal weight, which is only 4 to 5 months away from that, it was November 17 or so, my doctor and I decided I was going down to 1 diabetes pill rather than 2 every day. And that's where I've been ever since. And my weight is still 144. Well, I'm 145 today, but that's going to fluctuate. So you have to think about, like, what would make me want to coach? And yes, I loved the program. And Joan loved the program. And we were at that point paying for her program. But don't forget, I wasn't making any money, really. So now we're worried about, well, how are we going to pay for 2 people to do this? And here's a really neat part. I guess I had so many bad habits that once I jumped on with Joan, we started saving money. We were starting to bank money. We were starting to pay off our credit cards. All this weird stuff was going on. Like, we weren't broke anymore. We used to go on vacations where we could drive for a couple hours because we couldn't afford to fly anywhere. Have you checked our travel log over the last 5 years? We've been flying everywhere. And we continue. This year, we're going to be flying twice. Well, no, we're only going to fly once because we're going to Dallas. We're going to look at maybe flying for our anniversary this year. We'll decide that. We went to Savannah last year. Really enjoyed it. But so here's the thing about me becoming a coach. Joan did it because she wanted to pay for a program. I started doing the program. She was starting to pick up clients. She looked at me one day and said, you know what? You don't have a full-time job. I do. You're coaching with me. That was my introduction to coaching. I didn't have a choice to say no. I couldn't say no to her. I wanted to her. So I jumped in and I said, all right, what do I need to do? Watch these trainings. Listen to what the people say. Do what they instruct you to do, because that's how you do it, right? Because truthfully, you want to be open, honest, fair. You want to tell people up front what's going on. You want to listen to their hearts, because that's what's really important. It's not about what I want. It's about what they want. Where do you want to go? It's not where I want to go. I'll get where I'm going by giving you what you want. That's the secret. It took me a long time to do this. And one of my mentors I've shared, my number one mentor, the man who I listen to the most, Jamil Frazier, his name is. The man grew up impoverished. Dad was in prison most of the time. Single mom. In not the best neighborhood. Didn't have a silver spoon. Didn't even have a spoon most of his life. Wound up getting into a Christian college. Becoming a drug rep. Was never happy. Never had any money. He needed to lose weight. He met his coach. Started losing weight. Realized, wow, this is pretty powerful stuff. Jumped in as a coach. And now, well, let's just say he owns a pretty big house out in San Diego with about 4 acres of avocado grove around it. Results not typical. I got to say that because there is a disclaimer involved. Hold on. Let me do this. This is even easier. Ready? There we go. These are no guarantees, right? You have to do the work. And he did. And he dug in and he worked hard. But he also started learning. He reads all the time. And that's one of the things he imparted to us. You need to be, right? Leaders are readers, guys. Leaders are readers. It's simple as that. John Maxwell, God love him. Good man. Leaders are readers, right? So if you want to lead people, you have to do as much self-development as you possibly can and not detract from what you're doing as your work. And then you'll be able to lead people because you're looking at it from their perspective too. I'm going to turn that off because it's a nice little scroll thing, but it's there. So I jumped in as a coach and I started doing all this personal development. I started reading all the books and I started doing all this, and I shared my before and after picture, as many of you have seen. I should post my original one, but I'm not allowed to because the government, this will interest you. Why do we put that little statement on our pictures? Because the government does tests on these things. They do a 6-week test on the diet, or at least a program. Let's call it that, because our program goes more than 6 weeks. Our program teaches you lifelong transformation, right? So they say after 6 weeks, this is how much weight you're going to lose. And then they track them for a while, or whatever the amount of time is, 12 weeks, whatever. It's not a long time. So we're bound by the government. You know, this is the one we have to say, or at least something similar to this. This is it right here. Okay? That's it. Average weight loss on the optimal weight 5-in-1 plan is 12 pounds. And it said, and then there's one more that if we mention a time frame, you have to add how many weeks that weight loss occurs. Well, all right, so 12 pounds in 12 weeks. Okay. I lost 52 in 16 weeks. So that's at best an average, if that. That's what the government says we have to say. So I'll give them that. Okay, government, we'll say that. But here's the thing. Where you want to go with this, where I wanted to go with this, was I wanted to be able to get Joan out of her job as soon as possible. And I joined her in August of 2017. And we started bringing on clients and bringing on clients and bringing on clients. We brought on some coaches. And we're always looking for new coaches because you know what? This is one of the best things I've ever done in my life. And there's no downside to this. It's not like you have to put out, okay, franchise startup costs $40,000, $80,000, maybe more. You got a building you got to get. You got all that, right? We don't have to go through that. We have a minimal startup cost. We don't handle product. Don't touch it, except for what we use. We're not a discount club, so I can't say to you, well, you sign up as a coach, I'll give you a discount on your food. No, we're not a discount club. We are a coaching organization. We teach people how to survive at a healthy weight and optimize their bodies, period. So I really dug into this. This was like, I love this. I love it. And anybody who knows me over the last 4 years knows how deep I dig on personal development. And I'll be reading one book, or I'll be watching a podcast and they'll mention another book and I'm buying that book. What are they saying? What are they saying? Right? Because you don't know what you don't know. And it's the same with the program. You don't know what you don't know. And here's the deal. There is no obligation on this program. You can do on 1 month. You give us 1 month where we can partner with you and walk with you for 1 month. And I guarantee you'll do well. How's that? 1 month. And just so you know, right now, we're having a special called the Essential Start Program. And it gives a considerable chunk of change off of the startup cost for this program. It makes it really, really affordable. And right now, what better thing to do than listen, how much is it going to cost you to go get groceries right now? So let's have a conversation. Maybe we could talk about coaching. Matter of fact, if you come and talk to us about it, we'll talk to you about coaching anyway, because guess what? This is so much fun. And it's such a warm environment to be in this group of people that are coaching this program. Going to convention, I don't know if you've ever seen any of my lives from convention, but or even of our photographs from convention. It's a hug fest. It's embracing. Even this year, this past year, we didn't have one 2 years ago. We had one this past year. There were only 13,000 of us there, but man, it was just we were hugging again. It was it was great. And then the day before we left Atlanta started a shutdown of masks again. So we were lucky to get out of there when we did, but it wasn't horrible. It was great. It was heaven. I met so many wonderful people that day that I never met before. Those days, I should say. And we had our team with us, and it was great. It was to have all those people there with us was heaven. It was beautiful. Surrounding ourselves with family, friends who were all coaching. Phew. I'll tell you what, not a better feeling in the world. It really isn't. But anyway, all right. So that's what I got, guys. So if you're interested in learning more about potential coaching or what our program does, reach out for us. We'll be glad to tell you about it. We'd love to share this information with people and to give this gift away. Optimal health, man. My heart attack, I don't even know how that happened. Nobody does. The doctors are like, doesn't make sense. I agree. How can I be in the healthiest state of my life and get an 80% blockage? I don't know. But guess what? Not stop me. I'm already walking. I'm already rowing. I'm already doing everything I was doing before because I'm not giving up on myself. I'm going to keep going. All right. Talk to you guys later. Have a great day. Love yous.